So Miami-Dade is decided to give a $27 million plan to change their bus system. And I don't really know. I won't pretend to be an expert on Miami-Dade. I won't pretend to be an expert on their transport hubs. But I do think that this is really interesting, not so much because of what they're doing, but more about how they're describing it to the public, which I think is really impressive. So this right here is a piece that shows what they're doing. So it says essentially it shows where they have all of these stops, but more importantly, it tells us when they're doing that by the minute and by the frequency per hour, how many times this is coming to each of these bus stops. And I think it's a really interesting way of thinking about it, because when we think about like bus stops, it's not actually like where are their bus stops. It's also about like how frequently does the bus stop actually get used as a bus stop. And so I think that this gives us a lot of a better understanding of how transit actually functions in sort of the lived reality of it. So I just wanted to sort of give kudos to the people responsible to the Build Better Bus Network, which was agreed to. The final vote was on October 5th, and I just wanted to give some credit to them because I think this is really impressive way of showing data. Because I think that showing data is something that we often sort of don't focus on. I worry that a lot of the time, particularly around just sort of local government, we have sort of we accept more than we should that local government is sort of difficult to understand, and is needlessly complex, right? Like we're always sort of concerned about like how things are supposed to be run, how even you're able to sort of tell the local government that you disagree with something or that you agree with something. All of this sort of haze sort of overrides all of this. It sort of undergirds all of the thought process around these issues. And I think that having maps like this, having data shown in a way that's easily understood by the general public, people who aren't experts, I think is really important. Because like obviously I don't know anything about Miami-Dade. I don't even know really the geography of it. But just having a map like this can tell me, more importantly, can tell residents, but even can tell someone like me what's actually going on, what the changes are actually going to be because of this investment. And I think that they deserve a lot of credit for that.